Hey y'all, so y'all know we're in one of my 30-day Eat, Love, Pray dimensions, resting phases of my evolution. So within the podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, instead of the traditional weekly offerings, I'm offering my community lives as weekly offerings for both Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, as well as Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, hit the notification bell. Follow if you're watching on Spotify, hit the notification bell for new offerings, new transmissions. Both Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, my sister brother podcast, are offerings to assist us as we awaken mind, body, soul, spirit, DNA, genome to the remembrance that we are cosmic orchestration. We are the divine and evolution, and every way that we experience ourselves and each other assists with the growth and evolution of all things. The infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. So we're about to roll into this week's offering, so abundant in the remembrances, channeled messages, all channeled messages, remembrances to assist us to make sense out of what we're experiencing. We're all experiencing this mass awakening, mind, body, soul, spirit. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience within my podcast or any of my content, but to assist with making sense out of this experience that we're having. We've always only existed. And our stint of evolution, where we've been in this amnesiac throng of energies, where we saw finite in our existence and our evolution, where we perceive birth and death as our alpha and omega, was just that, a phase in our evolution, our infinite energies. You know, everywhere that we've shown up, everywhere that we evolve, again, is the divine and evolution, is assisting with the upliftment and regeneration and remembrance of our unity in God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. More the more, let's roll into this week's offering. Thank y'all for being a part of the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment communities. Share if you feel like this content helps yourself. Hopefully this content helps someone else as well in this time. Y'all, we got open disclosure about UFOs and multidimensional beings or aliens, and these messages that I channel help us understand what all is going on. So I hope it's beneficial to you, uplifting, soul activating. Again, do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within my podcast. I also hope it brings you joy. My podcast brings you joy in divine remembrance. Let's roll into this week's offering. I love you. Love on yourself. See y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and I am a channel for the divine. I deepen the intimacy with myself for all things. God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within, as well as the infinite dimensions beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The prayer meditation, leading life with an inquisitive, intentional disposition to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials. You are tuned into my Facebook community live or a replay of one of my podcast channels, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, which is streaming on YouTube and Spotify. Follow, subscribe, or my other channel, podcast, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, which is available to stream for free on YouTube. Both podcasts are free streams. Timeless catalogs with healing frequencies from the future, channel wisdoms, remembrances to assist us in this time as our colony, our community, our culture, our energetic embodiment, dimensionality of divine evolution is being awakened to the remembrance that we have always only existed, and our time existing as humans, planet Earth, a planetary culture with amnesia. To the fact that we are cosmic and beyond orchestration. We are God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Experiencing, existing, evolving, divine evolution in evolution to assist with the upliftment, regeneration, and evolution of God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. We're being awakening in the masses. Our culture infinite, all the dimensions of divine evolution or God are being awakened and risen, rising, rose to the remembrance that we are infinite dimensions, experiencing infinite dimensions to grow and evolve infinite dimensions as however we manifest or present or experience infinite dimensions, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. And my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, again available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, available to stream for free on YouTube. I actually catalog my experience being risen, rising through the inner space or through God and celestial and beyond orchestration, galactic and beyond orchestration, through prayer, meditation, having ancestral forces of the universes teach me and grow me, groom me, and remember me, refine me back into the frequencies, which are the divine wisdoms or chakma. Chakma is Hebrew for divine wisdoms. Chakma, divine wisdoms that are our existential fundamental nature, that are the remembrance that we are a collective experience. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High is a collective experience. Every person we meet, know, pass, see, perceive, everything we do, everything we are, everything we be, everything we experience is God in evolution. And we are one in our infinite dimensions, infinite variations, infinite perspectives, which manifest our infinite variations within our infinite existence, infinite evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Y'all be getting right into it. I'm going through quantum shifts and changes as, I allow for the soul space or my soul or ancestral forces to assist with remembering myself, which is a collective experience as we surrender to our divine evolution or our soul's intentions, or we pray, which brings me to the call to action. Sit with yourself every day, ask your soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness as well as greater conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. The more, validate yourself in your knowings so that you become more comfortable to blossoming back into the divine remembrance in which we've always actually only been. Again, our time in this gestational phase where we were in dense strong, we were embodying, evolving as dense strongs of frequencies, which fed us notions that we're separate from the cosmos, we're separate from each other, we're separate from our existence, was a phase, us playing our part, being who we exist to be, to assist with the upliftment and regeneration of all things, the infinite dimensions within, all things being the infinite dimensions within and beyond, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. So, we're getting right into it, y'all. I'm going to reference some content right now, because we're awakening with being rising, right, into divine remembrance. Y'all, the United States of America recently declassified some UFO files, and there's supposed to be more. There's more coming all over the planet. This has always been happening. The declassification of UFO files and things of this nature. My soul actually showed me this. Like, hey, Ashley, y'all been here before. Now y'all are paying attention because it's time for all of us to rise into divine remembrance. So if you do your research over decades, plenty of governments around the planet declassify UFO files, extraterrestrial files, non-human origin files, and things like this, right? Y'all, Fox News, right? They covered a story. I watched the video and it was like they covered a story on 4 different types of alien species that are said to be understood to exist through the government. Like, the government understands that knows these 4 species to exist. Mind you, there are infinite species. There's not just 4, there's not just 7, there's infinite beings, infinite species, infinite races, infinite dimensions of divine evolution, Like there's infinite races, infinite species, mind you. And whatever beings when we look in the mirror, we experience ourselves. When we experience our family, our neighbors, and whatever extraterrestrial, multidimensional, because a lot of these beings, they reside, they live in this realm in which we call planet Earth. We call it planet Earth. They most likely call it something else. They reside and live in these realms, some within the density or the frequential patterning, throng of energy in which we manifest, and a lot of times beyond, or different frequencies, different bandwidths, or what different dimensions of the light spectrum, beyond what we've normalized to our touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing. Fox News. Let me reference some content really quickly, y'all. So we're gonna reference Kingdom Things. These are 2 Kingdom Things podcast installments. For the playback watchers, it'll be linked. These installments will be linked below in the description. Hey y'all, the podcast. I'm on a 30-day Eat, Love, Pray, which I already told y'all at the beginning of the video. I'm on a 30-day Eat, Love, Pray. So my community lives are being used as weekly offerings within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, as well as Kingdom Things podcast for the next 3 weeks, I believe. We'll have these community lives as the weekly offerings. So the reference content, I'm referencing it's the Kingdom Things podcast installment titled Frequential Patterning Part 1. Frequential Patterning Part 1. And then the Part 2 is Frequential Patterning plus the Rapture. This is a rapture, y'all. Divine remembrance, awakening from the inner and outer space. The remembrance that we've always been one with each other, one with the cosmos, one with divine evolution. This is the rapture. Christ consciousness, celestial galactic, when activating, remembering DNA, genome, spiritual awakenings to embody greater quotients, remembrance of our connection with all things, which is synonymous with Christ, galactic, celestial unity, oneness, consciousness, the rapture. So frequential patterning part 1, frequential patterning part 2, 2 separate videos plus the rapture. The second part is frequential patterning part 2, frequential patterning plus the rapture is the second video. We are in the rapture. This is the rapture. So Fox News, and these videos go over our different senses and how the way we've been sensing in this dense song of energy using senses. There's infinite ways to sense and perceive. Just like there's infinite dimensions of sentience. Perceiving through touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing was a part of our evolutionary phase, and where we were in an amnesiatic state, amnesiatic to our omnipotent presence or our infinite nature, our unity, our wellness, our balance, our cosmic orchestration, existential fundamental nature. Frequential patterning part 1, frequential patterning part 2 goes over this as well, and then we have energies. John the Baptist, energies of John the Baptist, channeling through myself, seeing teachings in regards to frequencies and how we are frequencies and how we align our frequential patterning, our existence, our thought patterns, our energy through prayer, meditation, being intentional about how we lead existence, being intentional about how we wield our thought patterns, manifest how we evolve, grow, and show up. Frequential patterning part 1, frequential patterning part 2. So Fox News did a story saying that there's 4 alien species that the government knows of. Nordic race. Mind you, as I've been awakening through my podcast, I've been channeling these ancestral forces. They are one with us. The alien galactic species, there's 4 of them we're about to talk about, but understand there's infinite species and we're one of these species. We're one of these species. There's infinite species. At the same time, our one species is likened to all the species. We're truly one. And likened, there's what you can there's ways you can break and subcategorize the infinite species. Sure. We're bipedal beings of the cosmos, bipedal men of the cosmos. And these 4 species are also bipedal beings of the cosmos, of galactic creation. We're all truly one. I'm gonna play my song really quickly. I also channel healing frequencies and energies into music. And this has been a part of my quantum shifting I've been going through, deciding who I want to be. And I mentioned celebrity culture on a post earlier for this for this live celebrity culture debunked, why weren't we able to sense and perceive our omnipotent presence? Why weren't we why were we naturally rising to the frequencies of bandwidths or chakma divine wisdom's embodiments existence that reminded us that we are one with each other, one with divine existence, one with the cosmos and the masses, because we put the imbalance on a pedestal? Or we idolize the imbalance through celebrity culture, many other, infinite other dimensions, infinite other ways. But one of the ways that we idolize the imbalance, which send out ripples into the fields, quantum ripples into the universes, telling the universe, oh, they like to be asleep. They like to be amnesiac. They like to be in dense frequencies that tell them that they're separate, that turn off their ability to naturally cellularly regenerate instead of die and decay. We were telling the universe that we like the imbalances that manifest our forgetfulness to the fact that we are oneness, we are balanced, we are infinite dimensions, infinite energies, omnipotent energies, having a galactic or a cosmos experience to assist with the evolution of all things, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Hashem, Brown, the Most High. Our celebrity culture put the imbalance on a pedestal. We were idolizing, praising, or we made a culture that is our imbalances. We made a culture that idolized the imbalances instead of understanding, hey, we have death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking in our culture, in our collective. That means our energy, we not right within. So why are we idolizing any being in our creation, in our reality? We're truly one energy. If one person is going through something, we're all going through it. We had no business idolizing nobody. What was our job? What were we supposed to be doing? Going within. What? Seek first the kingdom of God within, and all should be granted unto you. Go within. Pray, meditation. Hey soul, hey soul, hey self. Hey divine evolution. What do I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials, my wellness, my balance, in which all things are. And as we do this on an individual basis, it's really a collective pursuit. Always and only. It looks like it's just me sitting in this live, but truly all beings, all things are sitting right here, right now. All beings, all things are one with you right here, right now. As we do this, we send out ripples of energy. We know there's a butterfly effect. To quantum shift, our frequencies become more high vibrational, more wise. We embody the wisdoms from our evolution instead of continuing to perpetuate the imbalances. When we ask for the wisdoms through prayer meditation, we send out those emanations, the energy of the wisdoms, and we quantum shift our reality. Which brings me to my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment 2033 Prophecy. Now it is Galactic and Beyond Prophecy, Divine Evolution Prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be conscious, infinite energies. More conscious, because the journey of becoming consciously aware and consciously embodying our infinite nature is an infinite journey. But we will become a more conscious, celestial, galactic, Christ unity, oneness, consciousness, energies manifested as beings of the cosmos, having a galactic experience with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Again, the death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking were a product of the dense frequencies that we existed to grow and evolve into wellness and balance through inquiring about, praying about, asking for the wisdoms as to why we experience what we experience, to be the wisdoms to create evolution or upliftment of our frequencies, to assist with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. It's here we did it. Again, it's an infinite journey, it's an infinite pursuit to be wellness, to be balanced. So we were putting the imbalances on a pedestal. Celebrity culture. And if you just, all through my content, I talk about how I wanted to be a musician, a singer-songwriter since I was a little girl. And that's been a part of how the soul's been working on me. My future soul, the oneness of all things, has been working on me to remind me that I have a higher calling. We all have a higher calling. It's allowing ourselves to let go of who we thought we wanted to be, who we think we are. To allow our soul, the universes, the oneness of all things to guide us into higher frequency embodiments, to be our future self in the present moment, higher octave existence of reality. Infinite energies having a galactic experience of the cosmos of God's creation with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Instead of dying and being buried into the ground, we expand and we colonize other planets and other realms. channel about all of this within the podcast. Kingdom Things Podcast. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is on YouTube and Spotify. Timeless catalogs. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment is on YouTube. Yes, I do grow into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the future in the present moment, or how we're one, celestial, galactic, Christ consciousness. So you can perceive this, my growth and evolution through the catalog, surely, because existence is a journey, not a race. So Fox News. Oh, my song. So yeah, so my song, The Quantum Shifting. I've been deciding who I wanted to be. And, you know, my soul's been showing me like, hey, Ashley, we have a higher purpose, as we all do. Every last one of us have a higher purpose. We get to let go of who we think we are, who we think we want to be, to allow ourselves to be, through prayer, meditation, communal with the soul space, living life with an inquisitive disposition, understanding everywhere that you experience yourself, reality, other people, you're experiencing God and evolution. Every being, everything is God in evolution, and having an inquisitive disposition at the end of the day in prayer meditation. Hey soul, hey self, what was today supposed to teach me about the self? Let me be the wisdoms. Let me garner the wisdoms. Let me acknowledge the wisdoms. Let me be the wisdoms to be my future self in the present moment. So we're about to get into the galactic experiment. We're about to talk about the galactic experiment. We are, how do we exist? This is what I'm being guided. There's infinite dimensions to our existence, right? My soul was like, hey, Ashley, teach this. Y'all are in a galactic immersion experience. Y'all are not innately imbalanced. Y'all are not innately evil. Y'all are not innately bad because y'all have death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, and all types of other atrocities and sufferings in y'all's reality, in y'all's realm, in y'all's one energy that manifests in infinite ways. Billions of people, infinite dimensions. Y'all actually came into creation to sort these energies out. The energies that manifest death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Y'all are projections of infinite dimensions into that realm, which y'all see as a planet that manifests your existence, your co-creation. Y'all exist to live, to be. And the way y'all live and be, work out these energies to create wisdoms and wellness and balance out of these imbalanced energies. We're projections from our future selves into this realm. And the way that our future selves do it, this is a traditional occurrence within the galactic creation. The galactic creation being an iota, a dimension of God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Simultaneously, the galactic creation is one with the infinite dimensions that are God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. It's status quo. It's traditional for galactic beings and species and realms and cultures and colonies to put their energy under a microscope, by projecting their energy into creating different realms and beings and species and evolution, through projecting their energy to create the different realms and species and dimensions and evolution, into creation, to put their energy under a microscope or magnifying glass, to garner wisdoms from their imbalances, to be the wisdoms, to no longer perpetuate the imbalances. My future self is like, hey, Ashley, I already exist. Your future self that's trillions, eons, years old, that regenerates instead of decays. I already exist. And I'm being with you, journeying with you through your inner outer space and all dimensions of existence to guide you to be your future self, to be me, your future self in the present moment, which we always are only one with all dimensions. Our future selves, we're always only one with our future selves. Our conscious awareness of this is what changes. Excuse me, y'all. And I have conscious conversations with my future self. And again, we're in the rapture, where we don't have to leave our bodies and transcend to realize heaven, or to remember that we are heaven, we are limitless, we are wellness, we are balance. We're being raised into higher frequencies within our nomad, or within our monad, within our bodies, within our vessels, without having to leave our conscious awareness of who we are, but instead evolving our conscious awareness of who we are into our future self in the present moment, or ourselves that are energies of no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Divine remembrance, multidimensional species of the cosmos of God's creation. Multidimensional beings, infinite energies having a multidimensional celestial being experience of the cosmos. So music. Since I was a little girl, I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. This is my last album I'm working on. It's called Self-Love from Formless to Form. And I let it go. I let go of the dream of doing music the way I thought I was going to do music. Through the celebrity culture that we know. And that celebrity culture that we know was keeping us asleep, ailing at our mind, body, soul, and spirit. Because it was an imbalance. So I've had to let go of who I thought I was. For my soul to show me who I really am. To guide me and grow me into who I really am. Wellness and balance. To assist with the growth and evolution of all beings, all things. And as you do the same, as you sit in prayer meditation and ask your soul to guide you into greater conscious awareness of who you are and universal, divine, God, Allah, Shekinah, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High orchestration, you assist with the evolution and upliftment of all beings, all things. You send out a ripple, energy, healing energies that assist with the upliftment of all beings, all things. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, mass awakening of our mind, body, soul, spirit, DNA activation, multidimensional beings of cosmic creation, of divine evolution, of God, Allah, Shekinah, Param Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and infinite other miracles and dimensions of wellness and balance that we get to experience, be, and embody. My soul did teach me. I put music down because I thought I had to rise who God was calling me to be. The soul said, pick music back up, Ashley, heal yourself, channel healing frequencies into the music. I'm keeping my music catalog up. I'm keeping it up. My music, Ashley-Nicole music, is available to stream on YouTube. I also have my vlog series over there, Dear Diary, Sincerely, Ashley-Nicole music. I'll continue to vlog and share my journey through my vlogs and some other content that I have over here on the channel. And then, my albums are going to stay up here as well. So I'm working on my last album, Self-Love from Formless to Form. And I'm being guided, like my music, like I heal through the inner space and multidimensional presence, or, our greater truth, all types of dimensions. Some being, a lot of the times they're like, actually, y'all synaptical, within y'all's evolution, your species, your realms, your energy's evolution of existence, the synaptical understanding of what we are, who we are. There's too much of a synaptical gap. So just call us this. And, I'll commune with the answer, and I'll just commune with these ancestral forces and beings, and they help uplift our human nature and to reflect more wellness and balance. And I channel the healing frequencies and lyrics into the music, divine remembrance. I'm being guided to play my song. It's called Tap In Stacked. I actually woke up when I channeled this song. It was a few like maybe a couple months ago. When I first channeled the concept for the song, the conception of the song, I woke up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was doing shadow work, having a powwow session, healing through the inner space, through prayer meditation with ancestral forces. There's a lot of pressure in my heart space, a lot of healing frequencies, and the ancestral forces, that multidimensional, galactic beings. We would see them as aliens, ETs. They're like multidimensional galactic beings. We were healing together, and they said, "Ashley, put it in a song." I said, I don't feel like it. I don't feel good right now. They said, Ashley, get up, put this in a song. And I did. And it's Tap In Stacked. Channel this song. Let's play it. And it's the remembrance that we're one with all beings, all things. Our energy is truly one with all beings, all things. And our perspective of being separate from multidimensional beings or aliens or any being, species, races, cosmic orchestration, we were in a box. Doing what? Playing our part, working out imbalances of our future selves to rise these frequencies into higher wisdoms and wellness and balance. To what? Wake up and remember and be let out the box. Or to be our higher frequency selves in the present moment. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. The wisdoms from our evolution and destitution and suffering. The wisdoms of wellness, the universal forces, the ancestral forces said, y'all no longer have to mirror back the imbalances. It's time for y'all to be the wisdoms from your imbalances and be the wellness to be your future selves in the present moment. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, and infinite other miraculous dispositions of wellness and balance and universal orchestration. For playback watchers, I'm going to link below Lyran Kingdom Resurrect. It's a Kingdom Things podcast installment where the Lyran, they're galactic ancestral forces. They're like, we're a part of y'all's making. We projected energies into, you know, we put our energy under a microscope. This is a dimension of our infinite dimensions. We put our energy under a microscope, projecting our energy in fragments, which created the makers of you, the manifestation of y'all, to see our energy in many parts, to grow and evolve our energy to more wellness and balance. It's like y'all can be the wisdoms from this experience of our energy being fragmented into many parts. Y'all can be the wellness, the wisdoms, the wholeness from this experience now. You no longer have to mirror back the imbalances. Liar and Kingdom resurrect. Link below in the reference content for the playback watchers. And then we have Deep, another Kingdom Things podcast installment. Deep. What's this installment called? It's a newer addition to the Kingdom Things podcast catalog. Excuse me, I channeled Leonardo da Vinci. No, I didn't. I channeled Davy Crockett and Van Gogh. It's titled Deep Dive Inner Space Journey. Deep Dive Inner Space Journey to reveal and embody infinite celestial wisdoms beyond persona. This installment is linked below for the playback watchers reference content in the description of this video. And I talk about the like 4 or 5 dimensions. We just talked about a few dimensions as well, as far as the infinite dimensions that project and manifest to create our existence. So I channel about these dimensions in this installment, as well as, again, Davy Crockett and Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. They shared their experience of who they perceived they were, their personas, who they thought they were, kept them amnesiac to their greater, higher truths of their cosmic and beyond orchestration existence. And so we're awakening. Thank you, Ancestral Forces, for sharing your story in the podcast. This is what we're awakening. This is a process we're going through. Awakening from who we think we were, who we think we are, to embody, to be more consciously the infinite celestial and beyond orchestration in which we truly are, which we infinitely are. So link below in the description of this video, Deep Dive Inner Space Journey. Inner Space Journey. And then we're going to also link below Observations from the Far, Far Beyond. They're beings beyond our synaptical understanding of reality. The manifestation of pedophilia was part of their making, their doing, as they project their energy here to grow and evolve their energy into more wellness and balance, or they observe us. They observe us, and in their observation of us, help co-create pedophilia to grow and evolve all things, to assist with the growth and evolution of all things. So they talk about this in this installment. Observations from the Far, Far Beyond. Link below in the reference content. And they're like pedophilia helped keep y'all soul asleep. Kept y'all in amnesiac state, forgetfulness. And they're like, we needed y'all in forgetfulness for the time that we needed y'all in forgetfulness to assist with the evolution of infinite dimensions. So yes, you know, pedophilia is atrocious. Yes, you know, there's no excuse for it. But understand it's time for y'all to set. This is them speaking to us. Understand it's time for y'all to rise into higher galactic and beyond celestial unity wisdoms, as to ask for the wisdoms as to why y'all experience what y'all experience. Because everything we experience, it has a purpose to assist with evolving all beings, all things. It's not an excuse for it. It's like understand, try to be the wisdoms so we can grow out of perpetuating the imbalances. Practice being the wisdoms, leading into the wisdoms so that we don't perpetuate the imbalances. Yes. Observations from the far, far beyond. And then we have Vanity Debunked, no longer identifying as celestial trauma, channeling the Far Beyond Council. And the Far Beyond Council was like, y'all weren't going to be turned back onto y'all's divine remembrance until y'all went inside of yourselves. One, to understand we go protest out in our reality and do all this stuff, like, where we had to go inside, deep dive on the inside, to face ourselves and take accountability and understand and exercise principle of universal law of correspondence, as below so above. Everything in our reality is a mirror of our energy, our one energy that manifests in infinite ways. Asking our soul, hey self, what is this in my reality trying to teach me about myself? Garner the wisdoms, embody the wisdoms, lean into the wisdoms, practice the wisdoms to be divine evolution. The far beyond council was like, and it's installment Vanity Debunked, again, link below in the description for the playback watchers. All of these installments are within the Keynote Things podcast catalog, timeless catalog on YouTube and Spotify. If you're watching from somewhere else for some reason. Vanity Debunked. The far beyond council was like, y'all had to take accountability to actually garner the wisdoms as to why you manifest the way you manifest, why your reality manifests the way it manifests. You have to actually ask for the wisdoms, be the wisdoms, to garner the wisdoms, to be turned back on or to be risen into new octaves of reality or existence or embodiment and remembrance frequencies of wellness and balance. Unity, celestial, galactic, one is Christ consciousness, where we're operating as beings that are one with the cosmos. So we're not suffering. We know if we drop into our heart space, we ask questions, we wait for the answers. The answers present. The way presents. The way shows. The wellness bees. The wellness is. Instead of running around like running around all willy-nilly, right? Trying to fix things and just drop into our heart. Grown, infinite energies having celestial beings of the cosmos experience. Drop into our heart space. Pray meditation. Ask the questions. Wait for the answers. Be the answers. Follow our soul guidance. Be the wellness. Be the wisdoms. The far beyond council. These are beings and energies and entities that actually schematicize and map out and plan out and push the buttons to co-create reality. We were going to be risen when we remember. We remember we are here. We're being risen. We rose. We're rising. Vanity Debunked. Observations from the far beyond. Deep dive inner space journey. Labyrinth Kingdom Resurrect. Frequential patterning part 1. Frequential patterning part 2 plus the rapture. Link below in the description of this video. So we're one with galactic beings, galactic species. I was waken up by extraterrestrial multidimensional beings. Channel Tap in Stacked. Let's play it now. And then we're going to talk about Fox News again and the species. We're not going to forget. We're going to go back to this. Galactic, the lyrics, galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. We are one with all these beings and species energetically. Mind, body, soul, and spirit, which manifests our mind, body, soul, and spirit. So we get into our multidimensionality, our infinite nature. Galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. So we get into being able to teleport, being able to shapeshift, being able to cast different dimensions of reality into existence or manifest instantaneously or quickly, swiftly, or being a master co-creator of reality. We pray highest timeline evolution, soul's intentions as universally aligned, universally assigned for the uplifting and regeneration of all things, and so shall it be. I need to get my charge. I'll be right back. Church finger. Galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. DNA activation satisfying like a buttermilk pie. Y'all, I'm country. I'm from Texas. I can't be country. I am from Texas, and I love buttermilk pie. So that's what the lyric is. Galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. DNA activation satisfying like a buttermilk pie sweet. Abundance filling the moment. Biology revealing what it's holding. Remembrance perceptive by your tapping. Perceptive by your tapping. Praying, meditating, not apologizing for being home. Our biology, our existence, are the frequencies of remembrances, wisdoms, divine wisdoms, chakma, that are our existential fundamental nature. We can decode ourselves or become more consciously aware of the divine wisdoms in which we are through prayer, meditating, asking our soul, asking ourselves, which is one with all beings, all things. Whatever it is that we want to know, we're inquiring about. And then asking our soul, hey self, what do I need to know? What should I know to become greater consciously aware, greater consciously embody the wellness and balance in which I am in all things. In unity, celestial, galactic, Christ consciousness, or my oneness with all things. You know, I pray highest timeline evolution as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Let me know this, let me be this. Perceptive by your tapping, praying, meditating, not apologizing for being home. Excuse me, y'all. I channeled another song. I'm not gonna play it, but I channeled it. It's called Call Your Soul Your Home. It's called Call Your Soul Your Home. Baby, it's gonna be leaning. Let's try to fix it up. It's called Call Your Soul Your Home. It's called Call Your Soul Your Home. It's like wherever you are in your existence or in your evolution, that is home. Call your soul your home, and don't be afraid to embody your home. You are holy. You are whole. You are limitless potentials, yin energy, darkness being illuminated by the light. We're coming out of amnesiac phase where we were numb, asleep to the wisdoms that we are. So we're darkness being illuminated by light, or yin. We're really yin and yang. We're wholeness, but you know, we're awakening, we're rising. Call your soul your home, and don't be afraid to embody your home. You are holy. You are whole. You are limitless potentials, yin energy, darkness being illuminated by the light. Call your soul your home. So this song, it says, galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. DNA activation satisfying like a buttermilk pie sweet. The abundance filling the moment. Biology revealing what is holding. Our biology are the wisdoms. Our existence are the wisdoms. Ancestral forces, they ask me like, Ashley, why do you think you're matter or solid? It's like, because that's what we're taught. That we're matter, we're solid. Gas, liquid. Gas, liquid, solid, plasma. It's like, no, you're stardust. You're infinite potentials. And the way you've been programmed to believe you are, that's the way you manifest and show up. So our existence are the wisdoms, the keys to our divine evolution. Prayer, meditation, perceptive by the tapping, not apologizing for being home, or not apologizing for remembering that we are who we are, and we are divine evolution in evolution, and that we exist to grow and evolve into the wellness and balance in which, conscious awareness of the wellness and balance in which we've always been. We don't apologize for knowing that we can drop into our soul space. We don't apologize for knowing we can drop into our soul space, heart space, to be the solution, be the remedy, to be for wellness and balance, and upliftment and remembrance that we are one in divine evolution. We are limitless. We are wellness and balance. We are home. Second verse. Rest of my head on the remembrance that everything is already mapped out. The acclamation of the celestial bodies done figured it out. Future Galactic Federation of Light representative. He's a commander. He's a commander general. he channeled that to me through me. Because, you know, I've been remembering, like, my future self. It's really our future self. But I've been remembering. So I've had communication with him before. I had multidimensional experiences with him before. And that lyric, him channeling that lyric to me, that was a part of, that's a multidimensional experience I had with this Galactic Federation of Light General Commander. He's like, rest y'all's head on the remembrance that everything's already mapped out. The acclamation of the celestial body is already figured it out, done figured it out. Assist them with raising vibrations to experience more abundance. Yeah, everything is a whole. Yeah, everything, let's call it home. I'm being guided to reference this, and I wanted to reference this, so I'm glad I'm being reminded. Kingdom Things podcast installment titled, let me pull it up. I want to get the whole name here. It's titled, it's a deep cut, y'all. It's short. It's only 17 minutes long, but it's deep cut, meaning deep healing, deep remembrance. It's deep healing, deep remembrance. It's like, dang, shoot. It's called Bipedal Man Commenced. Bipedal Man Commenced. Bipedal Man Commenced, Galactic Federation. The whole title, Bipedal Man Commenced, Galactic Federation Channel Message and Energies, Kingdom Things Podcast. So we talk about how Fox News, they're reporting on how the government is aware of 4 multidimensional species races. Nordic beings, mind you, I've channeled all of these races in my podcast. We're always only all one with them. Because what we channeled earlier, all beings, all species we're truly one energy that manifests in infinite ways. And this is God. This is the divine. This is Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brown, the Most High. One energy manifested in infinite ways. And dimensions beyond our understanding of infinite. So Fox News reported on the Nordic species, like the Pleiadians. Channel the Pleiadians in the podcast. They look like you know, we were like a European race. They have grander structures, bigger structures. So they're taller. They're tall, like, you know, 7 foot, like taller beings. Like that, you know, they average like tall beings, like big tall beings. I do have a picture. Like, I was guided to a picture. Dang. I'm gonna put it right here for the playback watchers. And it's like they've been a part of guiding us and helping us grow and evolve our existence, our energy, our species, our evolution. We're dimensions of them, just as they're dimensions of us. You know, we're one symbiotic in our evolution. I was, because I've been channeling the Pleiadians since the beginning of me consciously channeling. I've been channeling the Pleiadians for the last like 6 years. And I was online, and I know it was divine intervention. It was this picture this picture right here, and it's like these Nordic species. And y'all see the picture, but I'm describing it for the people that are not, the picture's not here. This Nordic race standing behind, like our race, which were typically shorter, smaller beings in stature. And the Nordic race of the Pleiadians have their hand on the shoulder of our average, you know, shorter stature race of beings. And it's like they've been helping guide us. So like our higher selves have been helping guide and grow and evolve us. So there's this Nordic race. They're channeling the podcast. And the Pleiadians aren't the only Nordic races. And not all Pleiadians are Nordic beings. Nordic beings. And then we have reptilians. I've had many multidimensional experiences with reptilians, and I've channeled reptilian beings. A lot of times we demonize them, and we project our imbalance, or our indiscretions, or our, we would say, evil nature onto them. We'll blame reptilians. Oh, the reptilians did it. Oh, the evil people on our planet, they're shape-shifting reptilians. They did it. I actually channeled into my animated series. We're going to roll into the installment for the playback watchers after this transmission. I'm going to link it below as well. Asiyah story, the animated Asiyah story, the animated series. Just like all my content, I channeled the animated series, and my soul taught me how to co-create it, make it, you know. The animated series, Asiyah story, the animated series. The animated series is the evolution of my books, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts, Asiyah story. The first book, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah. The second book, the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. Synopsis: Asiyah is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of experiences that grow and evolve her into remembrance. She is divine evolution and evolution. She is unconditional love. Like all beings, all things are divine evolution and evolution. All beings, all things are unconditional love, are growing into the remembrance, the wisdoms as to why we manifest, present, and be and exist and experience the way we experience, guarding the wisdoms from our existence, our beingness, our experiences, being the wisdoms to grow into greater conscious awareness, conscious wellness, conscious balance. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is synonymous with divine evolution. It's one soul manifested as 2 beings over many lifetimes, just as all beings, all things is one energy manifested in infinite ways, infinite dimensions, to grow and evolve into how we've always only been one. This one soul, My Other Half, the third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. One energy manifests as 2 beings over many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. They will, which lifetime or under which circumstances. My Other Half is 4 love stories in one book. It's really cool. It's divine evolution in evolution. These books. It's synonymous with examples of divine evolution in evolution. So the animated series stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available in the Amazon bookstore. If you're watching on the playback, link below, you'll see the digital download links. Amazon bookstore, $29.97 plus tax for digital downloads for all 3 stories, all 3 books. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, the first 2 parts, Asiyah story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, comes in one binding. The third book, My Other Half, comes in a separate binding. $19.99 plus tax for Asiyah story, the 2 books. $9.99 plus tax for My Other Half. $29.98 plus tax for all 3 books. 2 paperback copies mailed to your home. Link below. We also have the audio style available within the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips YouTube catalog, where I read the books, the first 2 books. Asiyah story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, are available audiobook style within the Kingdom Things podcast YouTube catalog, link below for the playback watchers in the description of this video. So Asiyah story, the animated series, stems from my experience, evolution, channeling the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Got the soul guidance, soul inspiration, intuitive guidance, intuitive inspiration for the animated series. Asiyah story, the animated series. The episode I'm referring to is Reptoid Heritage Reconciled. Reptoid Heritage Reconciled. It's understanding that all beings, all things, we co-create each other's existence. We're a projection of each other. We co-create each other's existence. And my soul, Pleiadians, and all types of ancestral teachings are like, hey, Ashley, if y'all want to be wellness and evolution, no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, it's actually our natural disposition to be more well, more balanced. Y'all have to understand that y'all have to own yourselves or tone with yourselves. Ask your soul, hey, self, what is this in my reality trying to teach me about myself? Be the wisdoms, to be the wellness, to be the evolution. Also, every being, everything that presents in our reality, we perceive reality as we are, not as it is. So if we perceive reptilians as evil, it's because it's a projection of their mirroring dimensions of ourselves to show us what we have in our energy to help heal our energy. So this episode of Asiyah story, the animated series, Reptoid Heritage Reconciled, we're going to roll into it soon for this transmission. And then, you know, you can AP Short Stories on YouTube. You can go watch the episodes that are not published of Asiyah's story, AP Short Stories on YouTube for free. Link below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment offering. So we like to demonize reptilians. And they're like, we're not your foes innately. And we don't want to be. We're all rising and growing and evolving. You know, we don't want to be your foe. You know, just like we don't want to be nobody else's foe. Because what? It's self-destruction. We're being self-destructive whenever we project onto people negative imbalances. My soul said, hey, Ashley, look at everybody as divine evolution and evolution. Perceive everybody as limitless, infinite wellness and balance. And yes, we get to correct our thoughts whenever our thoughts project something else. Be like, oh, whoa, I don't want to think that. And ask our soul, why are we thinking this? And be the wisdoms, be the wellness. So that the Nordic species, Fox News talked about the governments having understanding of a Nordic species race, the reptilians, species races. I've channeled these reptilians in the podcast. I'm going to link below for the playback watchers. It's actually a Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment transmission. I published it within Kingdom Things podcast as well. Is let's see what the title of this. Yeah, we channeled the reptilians. Oh yeah. So we channeled in this installment. Let's get this one down first, and then we'll reference the other two installments. I'm being guided to reference. This installment is titled Transgender Soul Liberation Wisdoms plus More Channel Wisdoms. I was walking back to the house one day. I was speaking to ancestral forces, and I knew I had guidance to do a transmission in regards to transgender beings. I'm not transgender myself, but I understand we're one with all beings, all things. And I was guided to channel these energies. So, you know, no one feels left out in this time. And ancestral forces are like, everywhere that y'all show up, it's a part of your soul's, what your soul requested and needs for divine evolution. We're all divine evolution and evolution. Everything we experience this assists with the evolution of all things to come into greater conscious awareness of our unity, wellness, balance, more evolution, more infinite, limitless potentials. So I shared these wisdoms within this installment, and I also channeled the reptilians, I think I did. Transgender Soul Liberation Wisdoms, plus more channel wisdoms. Jesus, Osiris, Isis, Mary Magdalene channel. So there's that installment link below for the playback watchers. And then we have the installments, and then the stars align, part 1, part 2. I know for sure I channeled the reptilians. Reptilian race, reptilian beings, and then the stars align, and then the stars aligned, part 1 and part 2, two transmissions. Link below for the playback watchers. And they're like, you know, they're reptilians from from planetary and beyond. They're like shoot. You know, we play our part in divine evolution. And shoot. And again, we don't want to be anybody's foes. Like, shoot. Like, we want to be wellness, we want to be balanced. Like, shoot. Divine remembrance. So there's that. So the Nordic race, the reptilians, the gray aliens. I've had a few experiences with gray aliens. Like the gray alien species races. Oh, I haven't really deep dived in that. I had this experience. My soul's reminding me. I haven't even deep dove. I mean, I was running for this. I'm going to share it. I haven't shared this multidimensional experience. I was in my sleeping state at night, and I was on astral. I perceived myself like being like, it's like I was abducted or something like that. Because I was like laying, like I was somewhere, spacecraft, I don't know. I was laying like strapped to this thing. And this alien, like this multidimensional being, alien species, like walked in, like past, like into the room, it passed me. And I was laying on this thing, like strapped down. It was like white though. It kind of looked like a reptile too, but the soul's like, no, that's a great alien species. But it was like white. stark white, and it just walked by, and I ran from that, and I just was reminded of it. I was like, shoot, dang. Okay, I'm gonna touch on a meditation prayer tonight. So there was that experience, and then I channeled Minnow Jakua in the podcast. I'm gonna link below for the playback watchers. Minnow Jakua, it's a Kingdom Things podcast playlist of the Minnow Jakua channelings. Minnow Jakua is a type of hybrid gray species, like gray extraterrestrial species. She's like her race. There are a few different races, species, but you know, part of their evolution are like what we would perceive as like gray aliens. Asiyah collective. Which is most notably known, a channeler named Daryl Anka channels Bashar. Bashar is from the Asiyah collective. I got in multidimensional contact with Minnow Jakua, which means helping hand. Her name means helping hand. I started channeling Minnow Jakua. So I'm going to link below for the playback watchers. Minnow Jakua channelings. It's a Kingdom Things podcast YouTube catalog playlist. Minnow Jakua channelings. It's pretty cool, because like there's infinite species and races and beings and dimensions and paradigms beyond our understanding of reality existence, and we all have different perceptions or divine evolutions or understandings of ourselves in existence. And Minnow Jakua is like, because a lot of beings, they like a lot of races and beings and entities that I channeled, like they see themselves as one, which we all are truly one. Minnow Jakua, her collective's like, yeah, we're one, but we also acknowledge our differences, or what we perceive like individuality, but understanding we're still one in our individuality or our differences. So that's pretty cool. So Minnow Jakua channelings, it's really insightful to be able to perceive different beings and species and races and evolution. It allows us to forgive ourselves, to understand we're not anomalies, and to forgive whatever it is we experienced. Forgive meaning let ourselves be something else. Let ourselves evolve into something else. So ask for the wisdoms as to why we show up, who we are, to garner the wisdoms, be the wisdom. So allow ourselves to grow and evolve exponentially, rapidly into evolution. Divine remembrance of our cosmic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, celestial, galactic nature, wellness and balance. So Minnow Jakua channelings, link there. So Minnow Jakua, alien, part of her collective's evolution are the gray aliens. And I also had it was a gray alien, yes. I was in the kitchen. I told y'all about this experience in a live already. I was in the kitchen cooking one night. I wasn't on live or nothing, but I was in the kitchen cooking. And in the far corner of the living room, a being appeared. Like it was like solid. Appeared at a thin air, and it was like solid. It was over in the corner. It was like dark, but I saw it. I was like, I asked my inner space, does that being know I can see them? I was like, I said, does that being know I could see them? And it was a gray alien. It was tall though. It wasn't like a short gray. It was a taller gray alien. I channel gray alien energies. It wasn't so formal, but I was in a Kingdom Things podcast. I was channeling and I was talking through stuff, and I was talking to the species and things. We were talking, and I was talking out loud. I was talking to the energy, but I was talking out loud. Channeling out loud. So I was technically channeling them, kind of, yeah. So and this, I'm gonna link this assignment below. It's called "We Were Never Alone." I should have, we were never alone. And I channel about the galactic immersion experience and how our projectedness is run by our future selves. I share these wisdoms in here as well. We were never alone. We were never alone. And y'all, I be candid, like I be honest, and the soul's like, the ancestral force is like, that's good actually, because it helps for honest evolution. I be honest how I feel and things. I be honest and candid. You're welcome, thank you. I pray to be wellness, and I lean back into the wisdoms and everything. and I pray to be respectful. I pray to be respectful to the ancestral forces. Respectful in a way that to be like, I don't know. Of course, we trust our heart space and our discernment, but like, I don't know anything. I allow myself to be filled with the knowledge, the wisdoms. Shoot. We were never alone. Channel existential fundamental. This type of respect. Allow the ancestors to grow and evolve us. Respectfully. And while understanding that we're one with them, not idolizing them or putting on the pedestal. Understand how we're one with them. We were never alone. Channel existential fundamental nature. Remembrance. Syrians plus Dr. W. Charles Aikens. Y'all, I'm on my personal Facebook account, world. I channel Dr. W. Charles Aikens. It's really abundant and beautiful. And like, I had a powwow session with him before I channeled him, right? Like a few weeks before. I was like, yeah, I went to Aikens. He's like, did I ever meet you? Like, and I was like, no, we never met. I was like, but you knew my sister though. He's like, who's your sister? And I told him. He's like, whoa, really? I was like, yes. He's like, okay. I was like, yes. So we chatted, and I channeled him in the podcast. Beautiful, and thank you, ancestral person. Okay, so we were never alone. So yeah. So the being appeared in the corner. I was like, does that being know I can see them? It's a great alien species being. And I've had downloads from Zeta Reticuli. They're great aliens. I channeled on the podcast before, like audio style. So that the Fox News said that the government has understandings of gray aliens, Nordics, reptilians, and the insectoids. I channel the insectoid beings. I'm gonna link below for the playback watchers. I've had many. We all are one with them, and we all have infinite multidimensional experiences with these beings. Our conscious awareness of it is what changes and grows and evolves. Right? I'm channeling. That's truth. So I channeled praying mantis. Y'all was so nervous. I called them a manatee in the installment. Praying mantis being. And the Far Beyond Council, the Vanity Debunked, the Far Beyond Council, on channel the Far Beyond Council, as well as the Far Beyond, observation for the Far Beyond. The praying mantis beings they're in their energy, because they're timeline keeper beings. They're timeline keeper species. So they help keep wellness and balance in the timelines of our evolution, of the galactic and beyond evolution, of the galaxies, the cosmos. They help keep the timeline, like the timelines of reality, in order and wellness and balance. So I've had a few experiences with praying mantis beings, and they're really helpful. Channel the praying mantis, link below for the playback watchers within the Keynote Things podcast. Because they're like, y'all, because a lot of times, if you do research on the praying mantis beings, you'll see people talking about them, and they might call them evil. And a lot of times we'll call these beings and things evil only because they perceive differently than we do. Anytime we see a threat to who we believe we are, we classify it as evil. And understand who we believe we are wasn't even who we truly were. So they were like, hey, Ashley, how can y'all grow and evolve if y'all demonize your own magic? If y'all demonize the ability to use your thought patterns and raise your frequency and vibrations to grow and evolve your existence, your reality, if y'all demonize that, how do y'all evolve? I said, great point. I pray and meditate, and I use discernment and stay heart-centered, and I pray for highest timeline potentials. I pray for the uplifting and regeneration of all beings, all things, in the way that I disposition my thoughts and my existence. I pray for this. To the praying mantis beings. And I had a really cool experience. Really cool experience. Multidimensional experience. I was watching So I was trying to heal myself. I was healing myself. Because back in the day when I was young, I grew up watching like Flavor of Love, I Love New York, For the Love of Ray J. I grew up watching these shows. So I was trying to heal myself. So I was trying to like dip back in that energy with the higher conscious awareness of how we're all one to help uplift our energy. So I was watching Could Have Been Love with Drewski, right? I was watching that and I was just saying heart centered the whole time. And I was like, dang, I was like trying not to judge. And I was just seeing myself or like divine wisdoms, divine evolution in the whole thing. And I was just saying heart centered to watching the show. And then I was guided to walk outside. And I walked outside and the praying mantis beings was like, whoa, Ashley. They were like, what were y'all thinking? Impressed, surprised, grateful that we saw God and like seeing God in dimensions that we would normally put like 6 feet. We put distance. Oh, that's not me. I would never do that. That's ratchet. That's raunchy. I would never do that. I would never be that. That's not me. Like we would put so much distance between ourselves and those dimensions or those people or whatever. It's like being able to see divine evolution, being able to see God and like, be the wisdoms like what, like that was pretty cool. So I was called outside and the praying mantis beings like appeared like multidimensionally and like just walked out of like space and time. And it was really cool. And they were like, thank you. And then they were like, we just had like a convening. And I just got DNA activations and stuff. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was really cool. So there's that. So what was that? The insectoids. What other insectoids? Oh, cockroach beings. I channeled the cockroach beings. You're welcome. I channeled the cockroach being in the podcast. Keynote Things podcast. I'm gonna link below for the playback watchers. I channeled cockroach beings. They're like, we come in peace. And we expect the same from y'all. And they're like, we understand y'all's evolution, how y'all are grossed out by cockroaches and bugs and stuff. But it's like we get to grow and evolve into like infinite wisdoms, having a galactic species of cosmos, experience. Like it's a learning curve. Like we get to grow and evolve and decide who we want to be. But they're like, we don't have to demonize them. Don't demonize them. And they won't demonize us. Like they come in peace, we come in peace, be the wisdoms, deep dive in our inner space. What are they trying to teach us about ourselves? Be the wisdoms. So I channel cockroach beings, link below for the playback watchers. You're welcome. Likewise. Thank you. So yeah, Fox News reported on these beings. I was like, well, I channeled all of those in the podcast. I was like, whoa, shoot, it's coming alive. Like it's in our perspective, perception, like the rising. Because mind you, we all have these multidimensional experiences. Our conscious awareness of what grows and evolves and changes. I've been walking on faith. Before what the soul's been telling me, before my channeling the wisdoms in the catalog, before they started manifesting reality where it's like, hey, open disclosure, like the government is coming out, the mainstream media is talking about it and covering it incessantly. Before all of that, I was just in my room. I was in prayer meditation to the inner space. And like, God's like, I should just trust it. If I tell you, say it, trust it. You'll understand why. Just trust it. And, my experience and all of our experience help manifest this remembrance. Now we get to more consciously do it by asking our soul, call to action, ask your soul every day, sit with yourself, hey soul yourself, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness as well as greater conscious remembrance of our limitless potentials. Wait for the answers because they will come. Embody, be, practice the wisdoms, lean into the wisdoms. Allow yourself to be empty and grown and evolved by your soul, your higher self, to more wellness and balance, limitless wellness and balance, infinite nature, infinite potential. Again, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is for us. You're able to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. I call that the Powwow session because it's real candid. We deep dive in inner space and we like off cuff ask the soul, ancestral forces questions. We channel the ancestral forces to get like frequencies, wisdoms. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you've experienced in any of my content, any of my podcasts. To remember us into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of our future selves in the present moment, or the limitless wellness and balance in which we've always only been. This gestational phase is part of the makings of us, of our infinite dimensions. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, Channel Healing Frequencies, Ancestral Forces, Timeless Catalogs, both podcasts, Timeless Catalogs to be a resource as we awaken. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream for free on YouTube. Timeless Records, I evolve and grow. So, but you know, whenever you find it, hopefully it's soul activating, growing, evolving into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the limitless wellness and balances, which you've always only been. Do not replace my music or any of my content with your professional medical advice. Again, my vlog series, Dear Diary, Sincerely, Ashley-Nicole Music, is streaming. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. We talked about the animated series, Asiyah Story, the animated series, streaming AP short stories on YouTube, link below. Talked about my books, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, link below in the description. Or you can go to the latest Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, or Kingdom Things Podcast installment. Go into the description for the links to take you to my books, because there are books in the Amazon bookstore with similar titles. If you're looking for my books, I want to make sure you find my books. Either podcast, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, or Kingdom Things Podcast. Go into the description and you'll see the links to take you over to the books. I also have a live series. It's called Out of the Box. And so we're all experiencing in some way, awakening to the remembrance that we're limitless, from the dream of being finite and balanced, decaying instead of regenerating. Transcend that. Let's be the wisdoms from it. Mirror back the wellness and balance and wisdoms from our experience. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Out of the Box is available to stream Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Oh, what else? Oh, my cooking show. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube. Like I was saying, I've been going through quantum shifts and alignments and growing and evolving. I am starting a new 9-to-5 job, which I'm excited about. Allowing my content, my podcast, to syncopate with universal orchestration and not rushing it to try to make more money, to where I'm out of alignment with what the universe is just trying to do. So the soul, you know, I prayed and meditated about it, and the soul aligned this job for me. It's like, Ashley, this is for you. This is yours. This is for you. And I got the job, and I'm super excited. So I'm going through a lot of shifts. So the community lives, I said that to say, the community lives are not going to always be on Fridays anymore. So y'all just, baby, follow my Facebook page, Ashley Phillips, on YouTube, link below in the descriptions for the playback watchers. And I'll post for the days that I'll be doing the community lives. And a lot of other shifts and changes that I'm going through, which I'm excited about. Divine evolution and evolution. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because, bless me, it helps you embody, be more consciously the limitless potentials in which we've always only been. Self-love is the best love because it raises you into higher octaves of your existence of reality to be conscious, infinite energies, having a multidimensional, celestial, and beyond being of divine evolution experience. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
My mission: to assist with bringing harmony to the reptilian race. Bigger picture? I am creating harmony within self. Because all is within. Facing myself has been trying. The beautiful part about this whole process, well, all of it is beautiful because all is the divine in evolution. The beautiful part about this process is that I am remembered. Whenever I am feeling out of sorts.
Hey, my name is Asiyah, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
I drop into my heart space for guidance, love, and support.
Over the years, when you got angry, or rather, you perceived that others were angry, you judged
Yeah, I did.
You forgot who you are.
You forgot who you are. You are a reptilian.
Not just any reptilian. I am one with you.
It's a part of the creation of who I am, to remember that all is one. To remember who we are, the human being of planet Earth. God created us to be in her image, unconditional love, the mastery of the understanding that all is one, all is within.
Yes, Asiyah. You going within and finding me set the reptilians free. You see, we don't have to run anymore. We ran from divine alignment, out of the complacency and solace we found within self. We ran to maintain our repetitious patterns that manifested within the human being, as we are a part of the makings of the human being, as your ego or your personalities.
The reptilian brain makes me want to react by flighting or fighting. Makes me feel like I don't know who I can trust. Makes me feel like I stand alone.
Always remember, Asiyah.
All is one.
And all is within.
Including the reptilians. Alone. I grew up feeling isolated and in pain. Whenever I feel the energies that remind me of this isolation and pain, I'm triggered into my flight or fight response. As you face the reptilian dimensions of yourself, remain heart-centered to elevate this dimension of the self. The projecting of your energy, which caused the disease, war, famine, death, poverty on your planet. It's rooted in the anger. Stay heart-centered and uplift the energies of the anger. Well, yes, the reptilians did procreate this disease called war, anger, famine, poverty, with journeying creation as an autonomous creation within creation. Does this make the reptilian race any less of creation than you, Asiyah?
God wake me up. It was the only time I really miss. Look in the mirror and say you deserve courage. And don't forget the 3 C's: courage, kindness, and complete autonomy. Kindness doesn't begin with a C, but don't those words feel good to the soul?
My author, Ashley-Nicole. Point exemplified. Your author, Ashley-Nicole, is a mirror of you, just as the reptilian dimension standing in front of you is a mirror of you. All is within. We are one. We choose to grow and evolve through accepting and appreciating how we are one, and to forgive the dissonance or disagreement with how we project our oneness. Forgiving the dissonance with the understanding that how each frequency within the oneness of all things, or infinite creation, or God, expresses the oneness is necessary, even if we don't agree or understand it. Every dimension is necessary. We choose to do what, Asiyah? Learn and grow from the self.
Precisely.
You got it. These powerful energies I'm feeling are my new beginning. When I felt my new beginning initiating, I would be triggered into fight or flight response, which would perpetuate old realities. Groundhog's Day.
You remember. You are ready to step into your humanic position of bringing harmony to all of the universes, all of the galactic creation. And so it is.
We all had subconscious fears, which drove our thirst and desire to be in life, to remember our Creator, to remember why we were created, who we were created by. You see, the evolution of us, the makings of us, is a long-stemming, eternal saga. The reptilian race didn't create war, death, disease, famine, poverty, destitution, but rather they mirrored to creation what we all possessed. What we all possessed. You see, the galactic creation is a long-spanning saga of many tales of war, royalty, enslavement, and the pursuit of freedom. Throughout all space and time, called the galactic creation, we, galactic beings, sought for higher learning, higher understandings of self, with a subconscious, conscious pursuit of defeating our Creator, or reigning supreme over creation. The human being of planet Earth is the first bipedal man made in the image of the Supreme Creator, the Most High White Light Creator Energy. Or the human being of planet Earth is limitless potentials in the form of a bipedal man, in the form of tangible existence. It has been recorded in ancient texts. Whether or not the human being of planet Earth would bring creation to its demise, or whether or not the Most High trusts in itself to create the human being of planet Earth would pay off, would truly bring regeneration and upliftment to all things, all beings, spaces, realms, places, and beyond of infinite creation. We have chosen to remember the humanoid creation of the galaxies has chosen to remember. The human being of planet Earth has chosen to remember. We are the mastery of unconditional love. We are the mastery of compassionate action. We are the remembrance that every dimension of creation is a mirror of self to learn and grow and evolve the self for the upliftment, regeneration, wellness, and balance of all things, all beings, all spaces, places, and dimensions.
My name is Asiyah, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my attempts letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I need no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore. conscious within a realm that is a patient within the etheric intensive care unit. As ancient eons-old prophecy has been resurrected and fulfilled, growing into being a dimension of the limitless bipedal man. Well, woman. Let's try this intro scene again. We're galactic beings. Our energetic disposition and thought patterns manifest our reality. Let's try awakened within the dream. Remembering that I am one with all things, and that my energetic embodiment is infinite and sentient.
Another day in paradise.
As I awakened to my limitless presence, a little bit ahead of the masses.
Another day in paradise.
Because I am a forerunner. I began to demonize humanism as a part of my awakening process. It's an ancient cycle, an archaic cycle, that we no longer allow ourselves to do, as instead of demonizing our experiences,
Not limerence. Not naive.
or our creations as humans, we face them, we meet them, we learn from them, and grow and evolve the energies of our creations.
But conscious and aware of the need and necessity to balance energies to eradicate disease. Another day in paradise.
Like food. And nature. What does your sky look like? I ask because I have the soul level remembrance that every human perceives reality as we are, or as the energies we're embodying in every moment, and not truly as it is. So I ask, what does your sky look like?
You are clear, ocean waves, what you call cities, heavy waves of revolution. Activated human will. You are the earth, you are the dust, you are the truth.
We, humanity, stem from the beginning of space and time, the spheres of creation in which came together to acclimate, create a more powerful, abundant, prime source creator energy, or Allah, or God, or the Most High. The energy summation of the spheres of creation were an energy of imbalance and chaos. So, galactic creation ensued, as well as the universal laws in which govern the tangible realms, worlds, and planets. Like the principle of gender, everything in creation has feminine as well as masculine energies as the components of its makeup. To be in perfect balance or achieve 0 point, you must embrace, honor, and cultivate your yin and your yang, or your feminine and your masculine, or your inner man as well as inner woman. You don't have to know the way. Just know that you are your North Star.
You are a warrior, princess, dragon, galactic, queen.
Be like water. Flow.
How's being awake in your earthly dream treating you?
taking everything in stride. How's the Earth's timeline trajectory looking?
100% chance of the highest timeline outcome manifesting for the foreseeable eons, and a 100% chance of your most abundant mirrored and balancing counterpart manifesting to traverse your human interdimensional existence with.
All in a space, time, and beyond's work. And I trust this.
Be patient, Ash.
Ash?
Do you mind me calling you Ash?
No. I don't mind. My grandmother and my sister are the only ones who have called me Ash.
You there, Ashley? Ash? Ash?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
You're remembering.
I'm what? Remembering.
Your mission on planet Earth.
To assist with uplifting and rejuvenating all of infinite creation through the way I relate with and unconditionally love myself or all things.
Yes. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, Ashley.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Talk to you later, Em.
Yeah, yeah.